something that sounds very simple, pero para sa akin, medyo malaking realization siya. You can have responsibilities without feeling chased by them. And I think that's one of the biggest lessons I learned today. Kasi today wasn't particularly busy, surprisingly ha. May ginagawa ako, I attended the seminar, I still have things to do, naglalaba pa ako, may plans pa ako tomorrow na hindi pa completely sure. So, hindi naman ibig sabihin na wala akong responsibilities, but something felt different. Wala yung urgency. Hindi yung feeling na kailangan gawin ko to ngayon, tapos ito, tapos ito, tapos ito. I was walking slower after the seminar na inatinan ko kanina. Instead na diretso akong umuwi dahil feeling ko kailangan ko habulin lahat, ganan-ganan. Hindi. I ate outside, I took my time, and somewhere along the way I realized may mga bagay pa rin akong kailangan gawin, pero for once, parang hindi ako hinahabol ng buhay ko. And these are the lessons I want to remember from tonight. Lesson number 1, mental clarity and emotional balance are not the same thing. When I checked in with myself tonight, tinanong ko how mentally clear I am. And then realized maybe around 4 to 6, hindi naman sobrang gulo, but there's still mental clutter. Then I asked myself how emotionally balanced I am. At first, parang interpretation ko was how happy ako. But they're not the same. Emotional balance is not masaya ba ako. It is whatever I'm feeling right now, kaya ko bang maramdaman to without allowing it to control my whole body, my behavior, and the day? And my answer was yes. I could be tired, I could be disappointed, I could feel embarrassed. But would I still be okay? Yes. Would I still function? Yes. Because life goes on. And that made me realize something. Being emotionally healthy does not mean being happy all the time. Sometimes emotional stability looks very ordinary. Yung, I'm okay. That's it. Not ecstatic, not miserable, just okay. And there's actually something beautiful about being okay. That's isa pang lesson that I've learned. Calmness can feel suspicious when you're used to urgency. So here's what happened when I started slowing down. Instead of immediately enjoying it, my brain went, wait, am I forgetting something? And I laughed at myself because apparently when I'm not stressed, my brain becomes suspicious. Parang, bakit tahimik? May nakalimutan ba ako? Sure ba ako? Wala ba akong dapat gawin? And I realized that maybe I've become accustomed to using urgency as a reminder system. When something feels urgent, I remember it. When I'm worried about something, I keep thinking about it. When I'm scared, I'll forget something. My brain keeps bringing it back. So naturally, when the urgency disappears, part of me thinks, if I relax, maybe I'll forget. If I slow down, maybe I won't finish things. If something can be pushed forward, maybe I'll keep pushing it forward. And to be fair, that fear is not completely imaginary. Sometimes I do postpone things. Sometimes I tell myself, mamaya na. Sometimes something else suddenly becomes more important. So the solution is not pretending that I'll magically remember everything. The solution is creating a system that I can trust. I have to list it down as soon as I remember. Lesson number 3, your brain should not be your to-do list. I already made a list this morning and yet tonight my brain was still asking, may nakalimutan pa ba ako? That's when something clicked. My goal shouldn't necessarily be, I need to finish everything. Because realistically, when you're running businesses, working on events, handling people, building things, and living an actual life, there will always be something that remains unfinished. Maybe the better goal is, nothing should be floating around unmanaged inside my head. There's a big difference. I can have 10 unfinished things and still be peaceful if I know this one is tomorrow, this one is on Monday, this one is waiting for somebody, this one is no longer important, this one needs to be done tonight. Because now, I'm not carrying 10 things. I'm carrying a system that knows where those 10 things belong. And I said something tonight that surprised even me. I said, if I checked everything and realized that I didn't forget anything, I would be so proud of myself. Because honestly, I cannot remember the last time I felt like there was nothing pending inside my head. Not necessarily nothing pending in life, nothing pending in my head. That's different. And maybe that's what I've actually been craving. Not a life where I have absolutely nothing to do, but a mind that is not constantly whispering, don't forget this, and this, and this, and oh, what about that? Diba? Rest does not have to be earned by completing everything. Later tonight, kahit nantok pa ako, naglalaba pa ako, tapos meron pa akong gagawin bukas, and I really wanted to lie down, no? Immediately, there's a negotiation in my head na, pwede pa ba? And here's what I'm learning. Yes, rest doesn't mean abandoning responsibility. And responsibility does not mean refusing yourself rest until your entire life is finished. I can say, okay, what genuinely needs to happen tonight? Maybe I need to finish one thing, maybe something can safely wait until tomorrow, maybe the laundry simply needs to reach a point where I can leave it safely. Wow. The question becomes, what actually has consequences if I don't do it now? not what can I possibly force myself to finish before sleeping. Those are very different standards. And this is something I'm trying to practice. Calm does not mean complacent. Slow does not mean lazy. Not urgent does not mean unimportant. And unfinished does not automatically mean irresponsible. Sometimes, unfinished simply means it's scheduled for another time. Diba? Uncertainty does not require me to be on standby. So, I have a friend na dapat magkikita kami bukas, but then parang medyo nagbabago yung isip niya. And my first instinct was just, maybe I should still go there just in case kailanganin ako. Then I thought about it. Why should my entire schedule remain suspended because somebody else's schedule is uncertain? I can care about seeing someone. I can be flexible, but I don't necessarily have to put myself on standby. There can be a boundary. So, sabi ko sa kanya, let me know by this time. If I don't hear from you, I'll assume that we are rescheduling. Well, that's not being difficult. That's respecting my own time. And I think this applies to more than meeting friends. Sometimes uncertainty makes us feel like we have to remain mentally available, waiting, checking, wondering, preparing for every possible outcome. But maybe sometimes we can simply say, when I have enough information, I'll make the decision. Until then, I continue living. Not every uncomfortable moment deserves a permanent residence in my head. So something happened sa seminar. I was taking pictures of the slides because I genuinely wanted to learn. Sinita ako. At some point, I felt like maybe they were noticing that I was photographing it. And nahiya ako ng slide. Nothing major happened. Nobody told me that photography was not allowed naman. Nobody asked me to delete anything. Ganyan. Then the seminar finished. Pero yun lang, sinita lang ako. And yet later at night, my brain brought it back. And I realized, tapos na yun eh. That's it. Why am I still carrying it? Diba? Sometimes, something happens for 30 seconds, but we give it another 3 hours inside our heads. We replay someone's expression. Did they think something? Was that embarrassing? Should I have done something differently? But sometimes, the correct psychological response is much simpler. Noted, finished, released. Not every experience needs a lesson. Not every awkward moment needs analysis. And not every thought deserves another thought. Diba? I also realized today that talking helps me organize my mind. This actually might be one of my favorite realizations tonight. I noticed that when I started talking about everything that's going through my mind, my thoughts become organized. So before talking, everything feels like laundry. Tapusin yung ganito. Tomorrow, ganito. Seminar. Did I forget something? Something else. Another thing. And because they're all sitting together in my brain, my brain interprets that pile as ang daming dapat gawin. But when I say them out loud, suddenly I can separate them. The seminar? Finished. Let it go. My friend tomorrow needs confirmation. Work needs a specific action. Laundry needs to be finished. Enough for tonight. Diba? Am I forgetting something? Check the list once. Ganon. Suddenly, what felt like one giant mental cloud becomes 5 separate things. And 5 separate things are much easier to deal with than one feeling of like my entire life is pending. Maybe that's why journaling works for some people. Maybe that's why therapy works. Maybe that's why voice notes work. And maybe that's why sometimes you call your friend and after talking for 20 minutes, you suddenly say, okay, gets ko na. Nothing outside necessarily changed, but the information inside your head finally got organized. Sometimes kasi hindi mo maintindihan agad yung sarili mo. May ibang magsasabi sa'yo. I also learned that slowing down can help me remember better. There's this one interesting. My fear is if I slow down, I will forget. But what happened today? I slowed down, I walked slowly, I ate outside, I took my time, I talked through what was on my mind, and instead of becoming more irresponsible, I actually became more aware of what needed attention. And maybe my brain has been confusing speed with effectiveness, urgency with responsibility. But they're not all necessarily the same. You can move quickly and still forget things. You can be extremely busy and accomplish very little. And that's what's happening to me. And you can move slowly while being completely intentional. Maybe the goal isn't to become someone who does everything immediately. Maybe it's becoming someone who can calmly say, I know what's happening. I know what matters. I know what can wait. I know what I'm doing next. Diba? That feels much more powerful than constantly rushing. So what I'm practicing now, so tonight, I'm not trying to become a completely different person. I'm practicing something much smaller. I want to become a person who can have responsibilities without carrying every responsibility emotionally at the same time. If something needs action, I will act. If something needs scheduling, I schedule it. If something needs processing, I will process it. If something is finished, I let it finish. And if something is uncertain, I don't automatically put my whole life on standby. I think that's what peace might look like for someone like me, not sitting somewhere, absolutely nothing happening. Because let's be realistic, that's probably not my life. Maybe my version of peace is having a lot happening, but knowing that I don't have to hold all of it at once. And tonight, I caught a glimpse of that. I still have things to do, I'm still building things, there are still unfinished tasks. Tomorrow still has uncertainties, but today, I walked slower. I ate without rushing home. I noticed my thoughts. I talked through them. And for a little while, I wasn't being chased. I don't feel being chased. So maybe this is a lesson. So maybe this is the lesson I'm taking to bed tonight. I don't need anxiety to make me responsible. I don't need urgency to make me productive. I don't have to finish my entire life before I'm allowed to rest. I just need to know what's fine to do now, what's scheduled for later, what's outside my control, and what's already over that I simply need to release. Because maybe real peace isn't having nothing pending. Maybe real peace is knowing that whatever pending has a place to go, so it doesn't have to live inside my head. And tonight, that's enough.